Hello, Mr. Vivek Kumar Dewangan. You have been heading a very interesting company, which is looking not in only into green energy or power sector as a whole, but also alternate infrastructure projects. This year, you have announced a huge growth in your profits. What are the factors which led to this growth?
Let me share with you that REC's core competency is power sector. We became a Maharatna company in the month of September 2022, and in October 2022, Ministry of Power, Government of India has allowed us to diversify into non-power infrastructure and logistics. We are moving with a clear-cut business strategy. At the end of 31st March 2024, our loan book stands at around 5,09,000 crore. Our board has approved that we should try to to increase our asset under management by two folds to say about 10 lakh crore by the year 2030. 90% of the loan at present to the state sector and 10% is the private sector. And the share of renewable energy portfolio is right now 7%. So we are taking conscious efforts in order to meet the energy transition goals of the country. That country has made an ambition of installing 500 gigawatt capacity or installed capacity from non-fossil fuel sources. We do see that our renewable energy portfolio will see a tenfold increase from 35,000 crore to 3 lakh crore by the year 2030 in the next 6 years. Right now, share of renewable energy in our portfolio is about 7%, which will increase to about 30% by the year 2030. Uh, since Government of India has allowed us to diversify into non-power infrastructure logistics, we have started financing. We were a bit cautious actually because infrastructure logistics was a new sector for us. So we took only those projects which were having good asset quality, entity was strong, and initially we did state sector projects which are supported by the state government guarantees. And what has happened that Central Electricity Authority, which is the technical arm of the Ministry of Power, has made the position that country will still require coal-based capacity to the tune of about 94 gigawatt by the year 2032, that is the next 8 years. Because renewable energy is intermittent in nature, in order to balance the grid, the base load is provided by the coal-based capacity. So this additional business, we do see that out of 94 gigawatt capacity, about 30 to 40% capacity would be financed by REC. So that is also a new area of growth. And non-power infrastructure logistics will be focusing on only good asset quality, good entity, and where revenue cash flows are assured. So by the end of 2030, we are targeting to increase our asset under management to about 10 lakh crore. 30% will come from renewable energy portfolio by, let's say, about 3 lakh crore. Non-power infrastructure logistic will constitute about 15 to 20%, say about 1,50,000 crore to 2 lakh crore, and the remaining will come from conventional generation, transmission, and distribution. Say around 5 lakh to 5 lakh 50,000 crore will come from this sector.
In the light of the results of 2023-24, what are the sectors where you seek to focus more and why?
Let me share with you that our asset under management had grown by 13% in FY23 and it increased to 17% in FY24. Last year was a fabulous year for REC. We have seen growth of renewable energy portfolio. The sanctions increased by 533%. Our disbursement increased by 67% to the tune of about 1,61,000 crore. Our total sanctions was also increased to about 3,58,000 crore as compared to 2,68,000 crore in the previous year. Our return on equity is more than 20%. Our profit after tax has been an all-time high to the tune of about 14,019 crore. It is year-on-year basis, there is an increase of about 22%.
What factors helped REC to reduce its stressed assets and turn around the scenario?
We have been making conscious efforts to become a net zero NPA company. Last 2 years we have been making continuous efforts to resolve the stressed assets. More than 60% stressed assets have already been resolved. We got write backs also in the last financial year. Out of remaining 10-12 projects, 7 projects are heading towards liquidation, for which we have already made 100% provisioning. And remaining projects which are operating assets, we do hope that we'll get good resolution, because power demand is increasing and these operating assets are quite good, like KSK Mahanadi project is there, then Sinners thermal power plant is there in Nasik, Hiranmaye project is there, and TRN Energy we already restructured. By the end of FY25, we hope that all our state assets would get resolved and will become net zero NPA company. This resolve gets strengthened because not a single new NPA has been added into our kitty in the last 9 quarters.
Oh, that's pretty good. What are the loan disbursement plans for the current fiscal?
Last year, we saw the highest ever disbursement of 1,61,000 crore. This year, we are targeting more than 1,75,000 crore disbursement. Mostly, it will be capex loan in this current financial year.
Okay. REC has been partnering and helping implement several government schemes. Which are the schemes that are making the most strides, and what is the impact from ESG perspective?
REC was the nodal agency for implementation of village electrification program under Deen Dayal Gram Jyoti Yojana scheme and household electrification under Saubhagya scheme. Honorable Prime Minister had given us the target to complete 100% village electrification over a period of 1000 days. We were able to achieve this target of 100% electrification in 987 days, that is 13 days ahead of the target date. Similarly, for household electrification, massive campaign was carried out by involving all the DISCOMs, all the stakeholders, covering the entire length and breadth of the country, deserts, hill area, difficult, all areas were covered, and we were able to give household connection to about 2 crore 86 lakh household in a record time. So we have been able to solve the issue of universal access to electricity. Now the target is to provide 24/7 quality, reliable and affordable power to our citizens. For that, Government of India has introduced this revamped distribution sector scheme. REC is one of the nodal agencies. We are implementing this RDSS in 19 states, covering about 34 distribution companies. So this RDSS is going to be a big game changer because prepaid smart meters are going to be installed over the next 2 to 3 years. About 25 crore prepaid smart meters are going to be installed. The RDSS scheme will improve the operational and financial efficiency of the distribution companies. In fact, we already started seeing the good results actually. AT&C losses has started coming down in FY23. AT&C losses came down by about 5%, and this year's FY24's result will come by the end of June. Here also we are experiencing the good improvement in AT&C losses. The gap between average cost of supply and average revenue realized is also getting reduced. State governments have started paying subsidies to distribution companies quarterly in advance. The government department dues are coming down. All this has led to improvement in the financial health of distribution companies, and we hope to sustain this momentum. And recently, Ministry of New and Renewable Energy has also made REC as overall program implementation agency for implementation of rooftop solar scheme. We have to cover about 1 crore rooftop solars over a period of next 3 years.
How closely do you monitor your projects, the projects you fund?
Yeah, we do a very close monitoring system. In fact, we have the advantage that we are having regional offices in 22 states and union territories. Through the network of our field offices, we keep monitoring the projects, and in private sector projects, renewable energy projects, we also engage project monitoring agencies also. So they keep going to the project sites on quarterly basis, and our officers from regional offices and corporate office, they do also visit site visit. In fact, our board of directors has stipulated that since our business is growing exponentially, we need to have very close monitoring system, and we have been strengthening our project monitoring group in REC.
Are you satisfied with the recognition REC has been receiving for its work and its diversifies its loan portfolio?
Yeah, we would like to leave to our motto that endless energy and infinite possibilities. So we would like to explore all the infinite possibilities, and nothing is impossible, and only sky is the limit.
REC has just got the RBI nod to set up a subsidiary in Gujarat's Gift City. What will be the focus of this unit?
Actually, some green projects like green hydrogen, green ammonia projects, where the developers have to import electrolyzer. So they seek borrowing in terms of dollar, because their offtake arrangement for green ammonia is outside the country. They are exporting green ammonia, so they get their revenues realized in terms of dollar. So this setting up of our subsidiary in Gift City will enable us to borrow in terms of dollar or in any foreign currency and lend in the foreign currency. So this will act as automatic hedge. No hedging would be required. The hedging cost would get reduced by using this subsidiary of REC in the Gift City.
So, this Gift City, the funds will be only for the Indian investors or for foreign projects will also be funded?
After we became Maharatna company in September 2022, we can also take project financing outside the country also, but primarily it is going to be the Indian entities, mostly in India only. And the setting up of subsidiary in Gift City will help in reducing our cost of borrowing. Ultimately, the cost is recovered by the developers from the consumers only. So the overall cost to the consumers will also get reduced.
Thank you for sharing your views, and it's been interesting to hear about how REC has been evolving over the last few years, and it has already made a mark on the infrastructure development, which has been a core focus of the government. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.